So I actually had all of this stuff waiting for me at the post office today when I went by to check on my stuff. This is the one I had mentioned in a previous video, just a CD I had been expecting. I do not remember which two movies are in this box, so that's going to be just as much a surprise for me as for you. And these bottom two are just Fright Rag stuff, so let's just go ahead and take a look. So obviously the only reason I know this one is the CD I'd been looking forward to is because of course it says Rust Blade on it. So I'm just more curious about the condition of this because I know it's possibly kind of an easy to mishandle item. And the original one I had ordered had been lost in the mail. And I already see a slight dent on it, so can't win them all. But there we go, the Demons soundtrack. And it's actually kind of pretty, not too bad. And of course, a 30th anniversary edition limited box. Here's the inside. Of course, that panel is just plain. And of course, this little baggy thing, which I'll look at in a bit. So there is the remixed soundtrack, which is pretty much the only reason why I chose this over the record. Is the remix is, it just feels like you get a little bit more for your money. And then of course the original film score, which was pretty much just everything here that is on the record, which is also including the bonus tracks as well. There you go. So this is the same exact thing as the record. The only difference was just the remixes. So, like I said, that's pretty much the only reason why I went for this version. And then, of course, within this little baggie, let's see if I can get these out. Of course, there's your movie ticket. Back is just blood splattered. And then of course we've got this guy right here, which I'm not sure if you can really see. It has kind of a matte finish on it and great quality. It's kind of transparent-esque, if you can see my hand waving in the background there. But this is actually very, very pretty. And then you've also got a Demons pin, which I collect pins, but just considering the fact that this was part of a limited edition set, it's obviously going to sit in this box and probably not get used or see the light of day, but this is actually very pretty. So that was the Demon set, and that's actually a pretty nice set there. It's a nice little box. I'm not too sure where I'm going to store this. Obviously it can't go with my CDs. So I don't know, maybe I'll just later on rig a display for this. Onto the mystery bag, and obviously as usual I've just pre-cut all of these just to make things move along a little more quickly. Okay, so Last Man Standing. Sorry about the glare. I don't know, I've just always liked this one. And I didn't get the other one I was looking for. I was, within the same order, I had also ordered Unlawful Entry, but I guess we'll get to that one later. And then, of course, Strange Circus. This one was actually just a blind buy. I've just always been curious about this one, and so I just finally just took the plunge and jumped on it. So we'll see what I think about this one. And then onto the Fright Rags craziness. This one was a pre-order. Which, if you can kind of see it, it's Reanimator. Hold on. So there's just kind of more of a view of it. And this, I guess you could say, is just more of a classic version of the original cover, the original film. There were other variants. It's just this was the only one that really just caught my interest, and you know, I've just always loved the detail on Fright Rag stuff. So I've recently become a very quick fan of that company. And the next bag was actually, I believe, just reprints that I had ordered. Oh, and I forgot about the Cracker Jack prize. I'll take a look at that in a minute. So there's your first glimpse. We have Darkness from Legend. I've just always been into very dark fantasy fairy tale type stuff, so I missed my opportunity to get this the first time it was around. So obviously when I saw it was up, I totally jumped at that. I think this is gorgeous. I think it just really captures the weight of the film as well as the whimsy. And then of course, this next one, if you recognize Boone, you already know what this is. So I had also gotten a Nightbreed shirt, and I just love the muted colors on this. I've always just for some reason just liked just kind of muted tones, but I've also just been I've always been a fan of the contrast between light and dark, and I don't know, for some reason this shirt just really catches my interest. And of course the last one is a reprint from the Child's Play set. That was just weird wording there. I kind of missed these as well just because I couldn't decide which one I wanted. But yeah, there we go. Just kind of Chucky, just kind of sitting around with children's toys, holding a knife with the word kill. And then on to the toy prizes. I always mutilate whatever is in there. I'm horrible at opening these. Sourheads Candy. I think I've already had this one. Mr. Barlow. Just kind of a little film factoid. Can't really see that there. In in Spain, Salem's Lot was released as Phantasma 2, a sequel to Phantasm 1979. The two movies have nothing in common. For some reason, that's fairly common with foreign countries. They rename movies and they just kind of get categorized into their own individual separate series somehow. And of course the sticker. This reminds me very much of something that you would pull out of like a 50-cent coin machine. Just the shininess of it. But yeah, that's really nice. I'm not sure what I'm going to save and use this one for. And second toy prize. More Warheads. And this is one I haven't seen yet. Lost Boys. The whole what you don't like rice scene. So Kiefer Sutherland wears black gloves in the film to cover a broken wrist he incurred while fooling around behind the scenes on the bike he rides in the movie. Sorry, I kind of can't keep my focus here. I honestly never knew that. And Chucky. Also has kind of like that coin machine look to it. There you have it. There is today's in the mail stuff. I would have to definitely say out of the t-shirts, the Darkness was probably my favorite, although I chose them all for different reasons of why I love them, but I just love the vibrancy and the darkness. But yeah, so that was today's unboxings, and I will see you guys in the next one.